Conversation is Coffee with Willie McNair. Welcome back.
Guys, we back at it again with another episode of Conversation is Coffee. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow the channel on all social media platforms. I'll have them all down in the description below for you. Today we were able to feature an influential person, Brandi Fox. She came here into the studio at Conversation is Coffee and was able to blow your mind away. Please ensure for yourself, please ensure that you watch the whole entire episode. I mean, she does it all, from helping entrepreneurs become entrepreneurs to helping you, get your idea out there and showing that you have the proper tools and everything to get your business on the way. And then she also has 3 other platforms that she's going to display to you today on the Conversations Coffee episode. Again, people, thank you for being a part of Conversations Coffee family, the CIC family, and we got more coming for you. A lot of good people that in store. Brandi being one. She was on magazines for being, the top 30 out of 30, under 30. In the Charlotte area. So with that, just stay tuned. Watch the whole episode. Don't skip nothing. Again, cut that out. All right, y'all, I'm back to get another episode of Conversations Coffee. I'm here with the Brandi Fox today. So Brandi has a lot of different things going on, to say the least. She is a super big entrepreneur. So Brandi, she's going to give us some information today about her different brands and what she has going on, and she's actually a native of the Charlotte area, so big ups to Charlotte, Big ups to 704, yeah. But honestly speaking, I was able to reach out to Brandi on Facebook and kind of got in contact with her, and she reached back out, and we were able to set it up, and here we are today with Conversations Coffee. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, leave anything below, some comments. Make sure you like the video, make sure you watch the whole entire video. It's definitely going to be a good one. Definitely inspirational, educational. Just off the short conversation we've had, she started from the bottom and now she's here. So Brandi, what do you have for us today?
Well, I am Brandi Fox. I am a serial entrepreneur. Just newly initiated TEDx speaker for Charlotte. I love everything entrepreneurship, serial entrepreneur. I love it all. Anything dealing with business, profits, making money, turning an idea into a profitable business, I am all about it. Currently, I am the owner of 4 businesses. I own Pamper Us Mobile massage service. It's a mobile spa business here in Charlotte. I also own Be.THE Entrepreneur consulting agency, where I help new and aspiring entrepreneurs streamline through the startup business process. Grilling with the Fox is a mobile grilling business where we grill, you chill. And lastly, Rolling CLT, Charlotte's first female black-owned outdoor and mobile skating rink.
Wow, that is phenomenal. So I'm gonna keep you entertained. I'm gonna help you make some money.
I'm gonna relax you after
you make your money, and I'm gonna feed you to put you to bed.
That, you know what, all of that encompasses the type of person I am. I'm a real though.
Yeah, so for that, I just say I always give kudos, and I always give a shout out to those that can actually take a situation and make it into take a need, right? And take that need and make it into a business. Because in business, when we see a need, the best thing to do is fulfill that need and actually bring that into a thriving, successful business, into a brand. So you actually took your name and made your name into a big highlighted brand, and you can fulfill a lot of different needs within the Charlotte area or other areas alike. So that's actually like influential. Like it's unheard of. It's unheard of to do that. Like, you know, usually you have an entrepreneur that basically like they'll have their foot in one avenue, right? Mm-hmm. But you actually have your foot in several different avenues. So that's definitely like that's instrumental, especially in the community. I guess, I mean, the only thing I can really ask you is, because you answered a lot of questions already, is like, you know, where do you see your brand going in the next few years?
Well, to start off the piggyback, before I answer that, what you said was, you know, everything that happened, it's so crazy because like, it was organic. It was nothing I planned. Like my massage business, I got a massage. I loved it, and I was like, I'm gonna start a business. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, I felt like when it comes to entrepreneurship, it's all about finding a solution to a problem. Yeah. Literally, it wasn't like I was like, oh, I want to start. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So for me, every venture was something new and exciting. Like I saw opportunity, I saw a need, I saw opportunity for profitability. So I'm like, okay, I definitely want to do this, or I want to look into it. But I would say for me, my goal for all of my businesses is to be able to create a really an industry outside of just my core businesses. I have it under my umbrella of Fox and Fox Enterprises. That's for my two kids. I have a 13-year-old daughter and I have an 8-year-old son. They are my babies, my motivation, my push. And my goal is for them to be able to have a life of sustainability, create a legacy of wealth, and be able just to give them an opportunity to be able to live a life of freedom. I would say freedom is the #1 reason why I became an entrepreneur. Money is good, money come and go, but to be able to have the freedom to do what I want, when I want, control my time, I would definitely say that's the biggest aspects for me of being an entrepreneur.
I understand. I can dig it. I can really dig it. And so there's one key thing that you said, and the one thing I heard above everything you said, but everything you said was actually like, you know, influential to what we're doing here and what Conversations Coffee speaks for, right? And it speaks volumes. You determined a why. And when you determine a why, that why can drive you further in life than any other thing in life. Because you have a determination of why, and you have an understanding of why it is that you're doing what you're doing when it comes to entrepreneurship. So with that being the case, I mean, like, again, kudos, because like there's some people that they live forever today, and they have these whys, or they have these desires, or these dreams, these hopes, and they never see things through. So in doing so, it's like you never really get to reach your pinnacle, mm-hmm. right? You never get to reach your summit. You never get to the point to where you have that freedom of being an entrepreneur. Yes, it's a lot of hard work. So I'm pretty sure if I, ask Brandi about that, is it hard to be an entrepreneur?
It is hard. It's hard, but it's a different kind of hard. It's not like that hard, I want to quit. It's like a hard, but I want to keep pushing until it gets easy type thing. Mm-hmm. And I can say, like, with my roller rink, that was my first partnership business. So it's me and 2 other partners. And my other 3 businesses, those are all individual businesses that I started. Outside of the grilling business, I started that with my ex-husband at the time. So, but the other ones were really just a solo business. So to go from solo to partnership, that was definitely a transition for me because number one, I feel like partnership teaches you a different type of entrepreneurship. Mm-hmm. Like it's one thing to be able to make a decision and move on your own and kind of only really have your own back, and whoever you hire to have your back. But one thing I love about having a partnership and having my girls with me is, shout out to Shaniqua Ussery and Kendria Holmes.
Why are they not here right now? But we're going to talk about that.
Look, you told me that we was going to meet and talk about entrepreneurship, so I came based on that. If you said you wanted the crew, I would have bought the crew. Because the crew be ready. Next time I got you with the crew.
We can do a Zoom, we can do it here again. I mean, Conversations Coffee, we're always looking for new entrepreneurs, old entrepreneurs, around the way entrepreneurs, as long as you're doing something legal, positive, and constructive, and it's actually helping and uplifting the community, it makes more sense to just, bring it together and make it happen.
Definitely. We're going to run this back with the crew because we are like the perfect mix, everything. So I would say with that, going into that partnership part, I would say I feel like the key thing with the partnership, because a lot of people are afraid of partnerships, like they don't want to deal with other people, they don't kind of want. But I feel like partnerships are a blessing, especially if you find the right people, because you know that you have somebody that has the same end goal in mind, that has your back. So for me and my crew, like wherever I fall short at, I know that I can count on them to pick up the weight. When they fall short, they can count on me. So when you have that type of trust and communication going on, it makes it easier for you to grow a brand. Because I know for a fact, even with my 11 years of plus experience of entrepreneurship, it's no way I could have ran and started this skating rink without them with me.
Without the crew.
Mm-hmm.
I got you. And you know what's funny, like, before you arrived, right, I was on TikTok just playing around, and as I was on TikTok, I seen something, and I was like, dang, you know, this is like a conversations coffee moment. So it was a gentleman, he was actually interviewing different people here in Charlotte, actually, which was surprising, because you know, sometimes on TikTok, like, it'll figure out your area and show you videos from people in your local area.
Right.
So it was just like a random guy, and he interviewed this one guy, right? And basically, he was a car detailer, right? And he's an entrepreneur. And he also interviewed several other people as well, like 3-4 other people, right? And when he interviewed the first guy, which was an entrepreneur, he asked him what did he do. He asked him how much he made, and he asked him, you know, are you happy? He said, yes, I enjoy it, I love it. And then he said, you know what, with you being happy, can you express some things that you would give to people that's coming underneath you that would consider something similar to what you're doing? And, you know, he was able to express that as well. But here's the key thing about that. The next 3 to 4 interviews that guy had, it was someone that worked in the banking industry, someone that worked in some other industry, I can't remember, honestly. And then the third one, he was basically a home salesperson. And there's nothing wrong with being in real estate. There's nothing wrong with, you know, doing that, whatever. But I can happily say the guy that enjoyed his job the most and the guy that was the entrepreneur doubled the income of doubled, maybe tripled the income, of any other person he interviewed in that. Mm-hmm. So not only is he doing something that makes him happy and proud, but he's also able to bring in $300,000 a year, a car detailing service. So that doesn't include college. And there's nothing against college. I have an MBA. You know, Brandi has a master's as well. So it's nothing against people that went to college, because sometimes people need that. You know, we may need that sometimes. Like I felt like I needed an MBA in the midst of pursuing Conversations Coffee, because it kind of helped me with the branding, help other people with their branding as well, help people with the business concepts and everything. But I say all that to say this, you know, and I'm pretty sure Brandi would agree with me on this. When you get involved in something and you have a why, you're happy, and you're making money, like there's no reason for you not to do it. There's no reason for you not to pursue it. There's no reason why you should sit on the couch or sit anywhere and say, hey, I'm not going to do this thing, because it's consistently haunting you. It's consistently coming to you. So that means one thing and one thing alone. You need to pursue it. Whether it takes a team or you can do it as an individual, because, you know, there's some ventures that Brandi went off into as an individual. And there's some ventures that Brandi went into as a team. Speaking of which, you're going to get that team, you know, next time in Conversations Coffee.
Oh, yeah, we in there. It ain't nothing but a text message, baby.
And then, so, with that being said, do you see any of your enterprises, because I'm going to say enterprises, I don't like people using that, quote, small business. Mm-hmm. That's why you never hear me say that. I feel like that's the most redundant thing in the world. Yes, it may be a small business because it's one person or 2 people or 3 people running the actual business, but it doesn't, their effort is never small. So I never equate anything in life that takes a lot of time, dedication, and has a why surrounded around it, and say, hey, that's a small anything. So that term of small business, I never utilize that term at all. Like I just feel like it's the worst thing in the world. But with that being stated, what's your enterprise? Do you see yourself venturing off to any of the other areas, maybe around the Carolinas, maybe like a Raleigh area, Durham area, Fayetteville area, like that?
Definitely, like Pamper Us, we actually are expanding out our services into the Raleigh-Durham area this month.
Cool.
We'll be expanding out starting on Monday, so we'll be taking massage appointments, all those things that we do here: massage, candle making, private chef services, spirit tasting, canvas painting, all those things. You can kind of create your own spa party. We'll be expanding out, so I'm excited about that. For Rolling CLT, of course, Rolling CLT stands for Rolling Charlotte. So of course, you know, our goal is to expand that out, having a Rolling ATL, a Rolling Miami, Rolling Chi-Town, Rolling LA. We definitely have a goal to create an enterprise for that.
New York.
Potentially Rolling NY, because y'all tight up there. We need space, and space is not a New York, you know, that's not something you guys specialize in.
We have space.
No.
However, if you want like real good space, I would suggest like a park, and I would suggest the biggest park, one of the biggest parks in the world in New York. You know, and then also as well, not too far from New York City. Is New York State.
New York people be ready to plug themselves. Go ahead, I hear you.
And, you know, not too far from New York City is New York State. A lot of people forget about the actual state, and they only kind of confine themselves to the actual city. But I will say the state is similar to a Charlotte, North Carolina, in a sense.
Now, I have heard that before. I heard that once you get into the suburbs of New York, that it is definitely more of a regular town.
But even outside of the suburbs, you still have the actual whole state. You know, I call some of them Canadians up there when you get a little bit too far up. But, you know, they still from New York, and, you know, we give them some credit. Canadians.
This is my first time hearing this. Look.
You know, we give the Canadians some respect, you know, but, you know, it is what it is. But with that being said, Brandi, do you have anything else for the viewers?
No, not off the top of my head. I would definitely say though, if you are an entrepreneur, if you've been thinking about entrepreneurship, if it's something that you want to do, Be the Entrepreneur Consulting Agency, we specialize in helping people. Like, we give you the action step-by-step guide on how to legally, legitly start you a business. So that way you won't fall into a trap that I see a lot of African American businesses in particular fall into, which is jumping into their craft before they have their foundational business principles together. And then when things happen, you can't really grow your business the way you need to because you don't have those foundational elements like a tax EIN, a bank account, having some type of branding in place, those type of things that you need to invest in. So if you're thinking about starting a business and you're looking for affordable help, my consultation starts as low as $40, and Be the Entrepreneur is here for you.
Okay, so with that being said, again, we have the enterprise of Brandi Fox. And this is Conversations Coffee. And again, make sure you contact her. I'll have all of her contact information in the description below. Reach out. This is Conversations Coffee, and we out.